Okay, I am live is what it says. Tonight, what I'm going to do is a gemstone teaching on the benefits and using rose quartz in your everyday life to enhance your energy. Now, this is the first time that I have used this Google Hangouts live on YouTube, and the reason that I wanted to do that is to have this recorded and then upload it to my YouTube channel afterwards. So let's see. I'm going to give people a few minutes to get on here, and people are jumping on right now, so that's good. Hi, my name is Catherine Coffin. I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to your teaching on using rose quartz to enhance your life. So the first thing that I want to go over, this is going to be just kind of informal. I will address the chat room probably after the broadcast. So and message and chat your questions as I go through this. And then what I'm going to do is do the teaching and then go back and answer all the questions after the broadcast is over. Unless maybe something comes up that I can look at and address right away. So, okay. So what I want to do is talk about how we're going to use this is some rose quartz. Now this is a rather big piece of it. And actually the color isn't really good on this video, but I'm going to show you a few pieces of rose quartz, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. This is more of a light pink of the rose quartz here, as you can see. And this one has more of a lavender type of color to it, and this one is more of a light pink. Now, the reason for the color variation is content of titanium and manganese. This is quartz, but the reason that it's not clear is because it has a certain content of titanium and manganese. The amounts will determine whether or not this crystal is more lavender colored or more pink colored. The higher titanium content, the more lavender-like color this will take on. So this one in particular, this is one that I use in my reading room, and when I do mediumship, and a lot of times people will be very emotional, and if I come up with something from their loved one that means quite a bit to them, they will cry or tear up. So what I do is I usually just have them hold on to this big piece of rose quartz during the reading, and it really, really helps quite a bit to bring them back to center to where that they can listen to the rest of the information. So this has proved invaluable for me, and I wanted to share some of the teaching with you on how else we can use this. I want to show you a couple other specimens also. This is a rose quartz sphere. This was actually my mother's crystal ball. Now, I don't know if she ever did any crystal gazing with it because it's not clear, it's cloudy, but you can use the reflection for crystal gazing. So, but I inherited this after she passed away, and it's been one of my favorite rose quartz specimens. So that's a nice big round chunk of rose quartz. So let's go over, where does rose quartz come from? The best specimens, I think, come from Brazil and Madagascar, but then it also comes from India. Now, because of the titanium and the manganese, it doesn't normally form a crystal like you think of with clear quartz like this. This is a point, a clear quartz point. You hardly ever find the rose quartz in this type of shape. Because of the content of titanium and manganese, it forms more of a mass of the crystal instead of these points. So that's one thing that you're gonna find a lot of large specimens of rose quartz, but you're not gonna find the points unless it's cut and polished into a point. Okay, let's look at our things to do. The first thing that you want to know is the color associated with flesh tones and with love. If you have ever been in love and your cheeks blush, that's that light pink color, and that's associated with this stone right here. This is a big love stone. It is designed to work specifically with the heart chakra and the love center of the human being, this heart chakra. Normally, we use green stones to coordinate with the heart chakra's color, but rose quartz is specifically pink for the love associations with the heart. Okay, so this is for the love center, and I'm glancing up here because I have my notes up there, kind of on the other side of the room. Uses. This is used for love, especially to heal the hurts of love. Okay, healing love hurts and love topic issues. This is also really, really good to release toxic emotions. And this is one of the reasons on my website in the full moon kit. So in the full moon kit on my website, what you get is the rose quartz and a chunk of agate geode to work together. And what this does, this releases toxic emotions through that heart chakra. And then what you want to do, anytime you release toxic emotions, and rose quartz does it so rapidly that you have to have some kind of grounding stone adjacent to this rose quartz so that it doesn't become uncomfortable while this is releasing all of those toxic energetic emotions. So stones that you can use, and what you would want to do is place this over the heart chakra right here and use grounding stones on either side of the rose quartz. And what you will want to do is focus your intention strictly on the rose quartz to draw out any negative toxic emotions that you may be experiencing, and then to specifically ground them out through these grounding stones here. So if you're going to do that, concentrate on releasing toxic emotions, please do use a grounding stone, like, for example, the specimen of Larkavite. This is nice. This is one of the best grounding stones that you can get. The agate, this is an agate geode. I'll give you another close-up shot of another agate geode, but you can see that when that's broken open, it's got a nice agate inside of it. Now here's another pick of some agate geodes, and these have a little bit of quartz crystal in the middle. You can see those. So these are really nice, but you definitely want to use some kind of grounding stone when you're using this rose quartz to release those emotions. Another good one to ground out a lot of negative emotions is this black obsidian. Okay, so just place the grounding stones on either side of the rose quartz, and you definitely will have a good things set up here to capture those negative emotions as they're being released. Also, excess stress. It doesn't have to necessarily be negative emotions. It can be built up stress that you have that needs to be released, but you definitely want to ground that out as it's being released. You don't want to just release it into the environment, because then whoever whatever people are around you in close proximity may pick that energy up and wonder why emotionally toxic or stressed out. So do use a grounding stone when you have to do this. The rose quartz is also really good for revealing any kind of dysfunctions. Like if you don't know why every time you try to give a public talk, you freeze up and you just can't follow through with it. This has a good way of revealing what the etiology or source of this dysfunction is. Like maybe you have low self-esteem. During meditation with this type of stone, and you're going to want to put it in your hands and put your hands on either side of it, hold it up to your heart chakra, and do a deep meditation on revealing and uncovering the source of what's going on. And you may find out in your meditation that it is low self-esteem, and then you have something concrete that you can work on with that. This also is a really great stone for forgiveness. Okay. One thing that I particularly went through when I got diagnosed with cancer was forgiving my own body for being sick, because I had exercised for years. I was very athletic. I ate organic foods. I took supplements. I thought I was like, this couldn't happen to me, is what I was thinking. But you know what? We have a physical body. It does break down. It's no one's fault. Mother Nature made us this way. And I had to learn forgiveness to my own body for letting me down. I did. I had to. And this gemstone helped me to do that. So what I did was I meditated with it, and I wanted to thank my body for all of the good years that it gave me and all of the good things that it supported me through in life and the things that it allowed me to do. And I forgave my body for letting me down. And I acknowledged that this is just a part of the human experience, is being sick and having things happen to you. So this stone is one of the best ones at forgiveness, and you really need to exercise that and use that for this. Okay, so detoxing excess emotions. This is a great stone for detox. This is one of the stones that you can use in a gemstone elixir. Now, when you're using a gemstone elixir, you always need to consult a guide on which stones are not toxic and which ones are used for consumption in elixir. What you want to do is to take a very small piece of the rose quartz, and it's probably just going to be a really small chunk, and I would make it a tumbled specimen and put it down in your drinking water. Now, this is going to change the alkalinity of the water. It is also going to impart the vibrations of clearing excess emotions and detoxing into the water. And so you can consume that every day. You can also use it as a room spray to clear out the excess emotions. Let me just give you an example. Let's say you have a friend that loves to come over and tell you all her problems and just dump all her garbage in your living room. And then after she leaves, you have these negative emotions kind of floating around from where she's released all of this negative energy. You need to clear that energy out of the room. You've got to detox that out of the room. So one way you can do that is to put a rose quartz down into a bottle of distilled water, a spray bottle, and let it sit overnight. And then you can use it the next day. But you're going to spray that area with the rose quartz, and that neutralizes that negative energy that was released by your friend when she's getting all the problems off of her chest. So also, if you feel like you have attached somebody's negative emotions to you, if you use a gemstone water elixir of the rose quartz and just sip on it through the day, those negative emotions are going to be nullified and going to be detoxed out of your system. So that's another good way to use this rose quartz. This is an excellent stone to use in any type of crisis. If you have any type of crisis, especially emotional crisis, please get a large chunk of this rose quartz and just hold onto it. What it does is it takes all of those negative emotions and thoughts and just quells the energy. So what I like to do is just place it over the forehead and just do a quiet meditation and try to nullify that excess agitated or angry or frustrated energy over whatever's going on when you're in crisis. Just place it over the head. You can also use this to organize thoughts. And so what you would want to do, and you can buy the rose quartz wands that are, it's cut into a wand. And what you want to do is just comb the head with this, and it's going to drag those excess emotions off. And this is one of the things that I do in gemstone healing. And we call it combing the aura. But I feel like it's combing the thoughts and pulling all the negative emotions away with it. So one of the easiest things that you can do is when you get the tumbled one, it will be easier to use to comb with. This is a raw chunk, and it kind of sometimes it will catch in the hair, but I really love the raw chunks of this. They're really, really nice. These are especially bold, smoothing and soothing. So here's something really good to do with the rose quartz. Now this is a rose quartz pillow, and this is just like a little palm stone. You can put these in the refrigerator, okay? These are great for a rose quartz facial. So put these in the refrigerator. I want you to get several. Put these in the refrigerator, okay? And you can have someone do this for you, and then you can do this for someone. Just swap off services. But after they get cool in the refrigerator, then what you can do is you want to first lay them on the areas to soothe, okay? Just to soothe. And then, before they get warm, take the rose quartz and smooth the wrinkles out. Because this stone is specifically used to smooth wrinkles. And that cooling, nice feeling that you get from this is so nice for a temple massage also. And this will be great for stress. If you will keep 2 of these rose quartz pillows in the refrigerator for your spouse and for yourself, and then in time, if somebody's had a hard day, out and just spend 10 minutes doing a temple massage. This will make a world of difference in your loved one's life, and it will also bring a greater connectedness between the 2 of you together. Promise you that. And try to do that for each other. Try to, one day they need it, the next day you might need it. So always keep these in the refrigerator to use for your loved one and for yourself. Now, if you don't have anybody at home that can do that for you, it even feels good for you to do it for yourself, because it's so cooling and soothing. It just feels like you're running a river over your head, and that river is cooling and soothing and just washing everything away. I can just get caught up in that. Okay, so this is the last point I want to make before I have to hop off of here, because we've almost been on for half an hour. But these rose quartz are great for pain. Great for pain, but I want you to put them in the refrigerator. Get this rose quartz nice and cool. And then what you want to do, let's say you're having shoulder pain. Get this nice and cool in the refrigerator. I would probably use a smaller one like this. And let's say you're having problems, just tuck that under the bra strap or under the shirt and let it sit over the area that you're having pain or inflammation. The rose quartz is extremely good at reducing inflammation. So once you keep that in the refrigerator and you get it cool, you put that over the joint or area that you're having pain. Don't move it around if you're using it for pain. Just leave it directly over the joint and then concentrate on flowing the pain into the rose quartz and allowing the cool, soothing temperature to go down into the joint or the tissue or whatever area is having the discomfort. This really, I love to use this for any kind of back pain or shoulder pain. This is, to me, and for me, it really works well on the joints. And it may be because when you're having like arthritis-like symptoms and that joint is inflamed, this is that soothing, cooling energy that you need. Also, if you're using a palm stone like this, let's say you've got bad arthritis in your hand, which I do. Now, one of the best things that I use for arthritis in the hands is actually magnetic rings, and they work like a charm. But I haven't had the opportunity to use this yet for the hand joints, but I can see if I put this in the refrigerator and then maybe would hold it over those finger joints, that would feel really great. I might couple that with the magnetic ring and see if I can get a little bit more augmented relief from that. As you know, arthritis usually flares up when the barometric pressure is increased and there's a storm front coming in. So just the cooling nature of the stone would reduce that inflammation and help. Now, if you have any questions about rose quartz or you want to know more about it, please feel free to message me on my YouTube channel. I answer all my comments on my YouTube channel and on my website. I do a live stream on Facebook every Monday night at 7. And let me see, this next week we are going to go over, let's see, haunted items. So if you've ever wondered, how does an item get haunted and why? I have a teaching file that I'm going to give away with that free live stream on Monday night on Facebook. All of the Facebook live streams are going to be uploaded here to YouTube, so you can go back and watch any of the episodes that you missed on Monday night. We go over things like poltergeist, black-eyed children. We've done life after death. Do animals go to heaven? There's a lot of fun topics that we've gone over, and you get to hear some of the fans and their comments and their thoughts on the topics that we discuss also. Again, and I wanted to tell you guys one other thing before I hop off of here. Some really good crystal book recommendations I have. Now, since this is a live stream, I know all this is going to be backwards, so I'm just going to show you the cover, and I'm going to tell you what it says. This is a real handy-dandy little book. It has like the color references here, which I really like. So if you lost the piece of paper that came with your gemstone, all you need to do is go by the color then and look up what you think it might be and read about it. This has really basic, good quick information for gemstones. Like you could take this to a gemstone or with, and it not be real big, and be able to look up and see what the practitioner is talking about. So the name of this one is the Essential Crystal Handbook, and it is by Simon and Sue Lilly. This one is really nice. Now here's another one. This is the one that I keep at home. This is not portable. I don't take it with me anywhere. But this is my go-to book because I have so many specimens that I've gotten over the years, and I've lost my piece of paper that went with the gemstone. So this one, you can look everything up by color. You just have to go to the different colors, and you can find whatever it is in here. Okay. Let me see there. Yeah, here's another different color. So, and this book has larger pictures. They're better, more common specimens, I think, in this book. So the name of this one is The Crystal Healer, and it's written by Philip Permanent. And I'm going to let you get a little close-up picture of the book there. This is one of the best ones. You don't have to have a big, huge, expensive book of, you know, museum quality gemstones. Pictures in here are just as good, you know, and the gemstones that you get off of eBay are really good to work with. Don't think that you've got to get something hugely expensive to work with, because you don't. I am doing a self-healing with gemstones seminar on the 19th of this month. The tickets are through Eventbrite. They're only $5. Check that out. Get yourself a ticket. We're going to do the same deal with the Eventbrite seminar. We're going to do this easy live stream here. And I think that this is, the clarity of this picture is much better than the last webinar that I had on self-healing with gemstones. I'm able to record this. I can upload it to my YouTube channel, and this seems to be a lot better. Let me know what you think. If you want to take the self-healing with gemstones seminar, I'm going to post it tomorrow again on my timeline, or you can go to Eventbrite and just search self-healing with gemstones, and I'm going to pop up right there. But it's on November the 19th, and it's from 11 a.m. to noon, which is a Saturday, so I made that so it would be real convenient for you guys. So I'm going to hop off of here. Kisses from Kentucky, and I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Bye-bye.